It was this comment by U.S. President Donald Trump that started it all.
I don't see any reason why it would be.
With those 9 words, Trump stunned the world and cast doubt on admissions by U.S. intelligence agencies that Russia had allegedly tried to undermine the 2016 presidential election. The backlash was instant. On Capitol Hill,
standing just several feet away from Vladimir Putin, the leader of Russia, was the president's decision to turn his back on the organs and agencies of the United States government.
In front of the White House, even at New York's famous Times Square.
You are fired! The people are sick! The people are tired! We, the people, say you are fired!
As the fury grew, Trump said he had misspoken.
The sentence should have been, I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be Russia. Sort of a double negative.
Trump has called the summit a great success, but he's been vague about what he discussed with Russian President Vladimir Putin.
I think the first reason for why he said he didn't put credit with the US intelligence agencies was the basic fact that if he said he did, and therefore acknowledged the narrative that the Russians swayed the election in his favor, then he has no political legitimacy.
On Russia.
After being forced to backtrack from his comments, President Trump got tough on Russia by saying that he would be Moscow's biggest enemy if the two countries don't get along. Still, he invited the Russian leader to the White House in the fall, something his own director of national intelligence didn't know about.
The White House has announced on Twitter that Vladimir Putin is coming to the White House in the fall.
Say that again?
Vladimir Putin coming
Did I
to
hear
the...
you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What we've done,
President Trump has long had a history of doing and saying what he wants, but it seems this time he was somehow too overwhelmed by the backlash. But Trump can count on his supporters no matter what happens. A recent survey shows 68% of Republicans approve of the president's performance when dealing with his Russian counterpart.
Once more, a lot of this is emotional character assassination because he can't be a traitor simply because the US is not at war with Russia officially. So one cannot be called a traitor. One can say that could accuse him of betraying certain things, but a traitor is not an accurate label for it.
President Trump came to office with the promise to clear out the swamp, which he calls Washington. He's also done his best to discredit the nation's intelligence community.
It is definitely much more partisan, and one can see, for example, the heads of the CIA and top people in the CIA who were actively working against Trump being elected and working against him after he was elected.
Meanwhile, Russia has repeatedly maintained that a powerful group in Washington seeks to undermine good relations between the two countries. The Russian view is that a deep state of national security elites dominates U.S. politics and is conspiring to topple Trump. The phrase deep state is what most Americans have become familiar with in recent years, and given the shady reputation of U.S. spy agencies, most share President Trump's distrust of it.